Okay, auto combo. Run DP. I don't know if he meant to do that, but nice pressure with the auto combo. We got a meaty. Honestly, that pop off is well deserved. That is a well deserved pop off. Let's analyze this moment right here. Hi, my name is Brian F, and I'm a competitive Street Fighter player, content creator, and coach. And today I'm going to be reacting to Tyler1's gameplay in Street Fighter 6. So for the fighting game audience who might not know too much about Tyler1, he's an OG and legendary streamer on Twitch, and he was known primarily for playing League of Legends. I know he got to challenger rank with every single role in that game on the NA server, which is a really big deal. But what really put him on my radar was when he ended up picking up chess and got to 1900 ELO, which put him in like the top 0.5% of players in the world, and he did that in a couple of months. And then I was like, okay, like this guy's actually a gamer. Now he's picking up Street Fighter 6 to compete in the AT&T Annihilator Cup along with other content creators. And from what I've seen, within a week, he's gone from never playing Street Fighter to already in platinum rank. That is incredibly fast to progress in Street Fighter 6. So we're gonna watch some of his content, some of his videos, and see what we can analyze from his gameplay and some lessons to be learned along the way for other people picking up the game as well.
Street Fighter 6.
Okay, so I've literally never played this, ever. I don't like this already. I don't like the style. I don't like what's going on. I'm like overwhelmed. Like, tell me, like, what do I do? I do know this. I need to one-trick somebody. I do know that. I think that's what people do, right? They one-trick.
I need to one-trick somebody. I think this is League of Legends lingo. That means having only one character. In fighting games, it's very normal and usually the standard to have one main. Maybe you dabble with other characters and you play them casually to learn a bit about them. But for the most part, tournament level players play with one character, and there are, of course, exceptions. It's really normal to be a one-trick type of person in a fighting game.
PS5 controller. You guys insist this is better. I will use it.
Oh, was he saying insist a controller is better than keyboard? You can learn fighting games on a keyboard. For Street Fighter 6, I think for most players, the standard PlayStation controller, pad is what we refer to it as, is the all-around best controller. I play on a leverless these days. The worst thing you can do is pick up an arcade stick. As much as my boomer Street Fighter heart hates that, I think it's the most cumbersome to get into as a brand new player used to a keyboard peripheral. But you can play on keyboard.
This guy has one win. Yo 2, 100 LP.
So I'm not sure if he actually went to training mode or not. He completed the tutorial, which I believe is enforced when you first boot up the game for the first time. So I would advise maybe playing a little bit in training mode just to get a feel for what your buttons do. Maybe practice against the CPU on a low level just to get a feel for hitting a moving target, and then go into ranked matches after that. You can't just hop right in.
I want to be on the left side.
I like the patience. I'm so surprised. There's the first jump. I was so surprised for the very first match. He was on the ground for 10 whole seconds. That's a new record for a brand new player.
I forget how to break this.
Ah, classic. Block the level 3 into no punish, a common sequence as a beginner. But I'm very impressed with that first game, actually. I really liked how Tyler in this first game was trying to pick each option individually on his controller and get feedback from that to iterate on that and improve his options from that point forward. The worst thing you can do with a fighting game, which I think is kind of dying out, is literally violently mash the controls and have no feedback from what your actions on the controller have with what's happening on screen. If you pick your options one by one, you get actual feedback based on what happens on the screen, so you know that this action correlates with that response on the screen. And you can see that in this gameplay here.
Shit.
Okay, does he have a combo here? No. That's where modern will help. You can just do the auto combo every time you land a counter DI in that sense, and then you won't have to worry about dropping it. Good parries, but not long enough.
Not gonna lie, miserable. This is gonna be miserable. This is gonna be so miserable to learn. Oh, this is gonna be so miserable. Oh my god.
Going through it on the first game is going to be so miserable to learn. That initial realization of how much you are a fish out of water and how it's a completely different game system to learn, it's really tough for people. And I saw this in the Stage Game Slam. Every single new person picking up the game really hated it for a while. In the beginning, it's like drinking from a fire hose. And I think almost every new player gets super overwhelmed.
Who am I? Am I even playing? Who am I right now?
Oh, Timmy's kind of solid. That's the auto combo advantage. Timmy landed the jump in, used the auto combo to get the full confirm.
Play modern?
Oh, he switches to modern here. Picking classic controls can definitely be a big hurdle for someone to first start picking up Street Fighter. I do think at the highest level, classic is generally superior, but modern for beginners, especially someone under a time crunch trying to win a streamer tournament, is a great option. There are pros who use modern, so don't feel like you're not learning the game. It's just one style of the game to learn. And I do really recommend for beginner players, if you want to just get in and start playing the game and not worry about learning the controls, pick modern.
Need coaching? Yo, you little in the chat saying I need coaching. I've been playing for what? What time is it? 30 minutes. No, seriously, are you guys respectfully? No, not respectfully. Are you? I don't even know how to pilot the game in you. I have 45 people say, get coaching, what is this? You're trying to learn the controls and how to walk forward? Bro, a coach could tell you that. Like, shut the up. First game.
I agree a little bit with the sentiment. You don't need coaching just to learn the control. Nothing beats experience, of course. If you get coached, but you don't just get some trial by fire, it won't add up to anything. And so Tyler's going the trial by fire approach, and that can get results. Coaching from the right source, I think, can just streamline that process a little bit. But to learn to walk around and learn the controls, you just kind of have to do it for the most part.
First ranked game. CPU level.
I didn't know they did placement matches versus CPU. I don't know if I've ever seen this. I actually don't know how he found this. Is this how the game starts you? It's been a while since I started a fresh account. You know, when I do placement matches, it scales up to diamond already.
Oh! Come on!
Popping off on the CPU. You got to celebrate your wins, man. That's super important. Okay, he found jab and heavy kick. Ah. Okay, interesting. He really likes holding the parry. All right. First placement match against the level 5 CPU.
Peace, bitch! What up, baby?
Did he just one and done a CPU? One thing that often happens with new players is I notice there's a big one and done culture from non-FGC players. It's pretty funny to see that, and you know, in the culture of fighting games themselves, it's considered extremely rude to not run it back. And generally counterintuitive, right? You're kind of wasting your time going to the menus and loading for a new match. But I noticed that every single new player that comes in from a different community, they love to one and done. All right, finally fighting a real opponent, and it's another modern Ken.
Smurfing so red.
I don't know if he's smurfing, he just knows auto combos. I mean, he could be trolling, he is playing weird, but I don't think he's smurfing. I think he just spammed an auto combo one time. Nice DI. Does he have an auto combo? Still hasn't figured out the controls yet. He's landing all these DIs. At least he's getting a heavy kick now. He recognizes that he gets an opening after the DI lands. But if he had the auto combo, he'd do much more damage much quicker.
Easy 2-0. Let me get that tiebreaker, too.
All right, let's see. I love the neutral patience, though. I mean, the random DPs are kind of ham, but he's really picking his spots, and he's recognizing the zoning game as well. He gets the fencing battle in the space control already. Auto combo, okay. That was really the big thing he was missing, was auto combos from the punish counter DIs. They're good. Oh, he threw you out the corner. Did you a favor. Oh, he's panicking. Don't tell me he loses this. Nice blocks.
I played that ending so...
Nice fireballs. He doesn't have anti-airs yet. I don't think he quite understands that concept of using the uppercut to anti-air. But his space control otherwise is really strong. One DI will do it. He has his opponent in burnout. Great time to jump from his opponent there. Good try in your first match versus a real human.
Also, I keep getting my R1 and L1 mixed up.
So that first game was really solid for his first match against a real human. His space control was amazing. If he had used more auto combos after his punish counter DIs, he would have dealt a lot more damage and won those rounds faster. But also his main issue, I think, was the lack of anti-airs, which is very typical for everybody, right? Already in Iron 2, he's progressing fast. Yeah, now he has the auto combos. Nice conversion with that. A little DI happy, but at this level, it works really well. Nice block. No punish yet. Still recognizing the moves from these characters. Nice awareness of the spacing.
Back to bots, pussy! Back to bots! I'm about to break that 3-game winning streak, bitch!
Sending him back to the bots of the placement matches. The recognition to go into the fireball zoning at range is really strong. He's recognizing his effective tools at different ranges. So up close, he's using the target combos and the DIs, and at range, he's using the fireball. So that's really great spacing awareness already with his tools. Supers do break armor. If you see someone going for a super, unless it's a grab super, you just want to block. Nice usage of the auto combo on the approach. Good auto combo sequence right there. Yeah, he's walking up and pressing the medium target combo. He blocks it this time. No punish, but that you see, he's learning. You can see the adaptation in real time. Okay, auto combo. Run DP. I don't know if he meant to do that, but nice pressure with the auto combo. We got a meaty. Honestly, that pop-off is well-deserved. That is a well-deserved pop-off. Let's analyze this moment right here. This right here is actually extremely high level. It might not look like it, but understanding that he scored a knockdown and then to approach the Cammy and time the button so that he's able to hit her as she's getting up, so that if she presses an attack, it'll get stuffed, it'll get counter hit because he's hitting her first, and then using that with the auto combo starter so that it can convert into a full combo to kill is amazing awareness to have on your own on your first session a couple games in. So amazing display of awareness here in the Iron ranks. A punish. What? That was great awareness. Walk up block into another punish on the drill. He's getting it. If you block that drill, it's time to punish. Now he's spamming the auto combo option up close into a grab. I love the generate pressure. And then the heavy auto combo. Okay, the DP was a little ham. Yeah, if he just blocks it out, yeah. Return to neutral into the fireball. This round was amazing.
Bitch, 151. Oh my god.
The pop-off. Listen, this went from being it's going to be miserable to popping up with a Hadouken. When it starts to click, it feels amazing. There's hardly any better feeling in this world, in the world of gaming, than when fighting games finally start to click. I think it's one of the most brutal genres to get into, but when the pieces start falling into place, it feels amazing. I was super impressed with his recognition here to go for the grab. He was landing the punishes, landing meaties, and then he incorporated the grab to keep the opponent guessing here. Super strong awareness on this. And then after his pressure didn't work out and the opponent fought out and was making a little bit of a comeback attempt, he blocked it out, reset the situation, walked away. He has the life lead, and then threw a fireball at the perfect range. Amazing awareness. The fundamentals are clearly there. All right, already in bronze rank. Bronze 2 on the first day. Wow, I love the way he's structuring his pressure. Mixing the grab on these knockdowns, approaching them when they're knocked down, going for pressure. Auto combo on the DI. Yes, sir.
I need to anti-air this guy really bad. He's jumping like a jackass.
I need to anti this guy really bad. He's jumping like a jackass. Yes.
Like right there, anti-air.
Yep. The first step to finally anti-airing or incorporating something into your game plan is to verbally tell yourself when you messed it up, when you should have done that technique. That actually does build awareness to help you actually pull it off in a real match. What a counter! He understands the DI mechanic. He's stopping DI spammers. He started as a DI spammer in this same session, and now he understands how to counter it with this structured pressure. It's close one. That's punishable. Amazing. Understanding the turn taking. He has an intuitive sense of when to take turns.
Let's go! Oh, let's go. Clutch the shit out of it. Okay, this is actually pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Because,
exactly.
It feels satisfying to, like, predict them. Like, okay, block, block, block. Okay, you know that they're thinking to DI, so have your DI ready. Boom, they use it, use it. Okay, they're at power 3. They're looking to DI anytime. Okay, after they're on the ground, are they gonna insta grapple after, or are they gonna throw the little projectile? It's actually pretty fun. Great day. I liked it. I like the ranked portion of it more than I like the bot games or whatever. It's called reading in FGC. Okay, reading. I like reading. Silver's 5K. I like that. That was nice.
Let's go. He gets it. He gets it. That little discussion there at the end proves he understands how fighting games work. Once you get over learning the mechanics, learning the inputs, getting comfortable with the control scheme, and actually having the muscle memory to apply your responses to their actions, it becomes about the prediction game, the mental stack. You can only focus on a handful of options at any one time, and so therefore predicting which options your opponent is likely looking for is the only way you're able to actually react to those options. And you can see here in the course of one session, Tyler went from not knowing how the controls worked at all to competently using the modern control scheme with the auto combos, conversions, and got into the mind games and the prediction of the game and understood the flow of the matches, including doing things like punishing, counter DIs, and using auto combos to cash out and get wins. So this is over the course of one session. I'm really impressed, and it's not surprising to me that he got to platinum within a week. He just shows a fundamental understanding of how to keep iterating and improving on what he currently knows in the game. So I'm really impressed with Tyler1's gameplay in Street Fighter 6 so far. So hopefully you guys learned something watching that as well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.